I cannot believe it's the end of November already. I hope you all had a nice Thanksgiving if you celebrate. And I feel like after Monday's more emotionally charged video, if you haven't watched it though, go check it out. That I just wanted to focus on some manga that has no ending in sight, but you all should read it anyway. I'm here to convince you. I just picked 4. Hopefully this will be an easy breezy short kind of video, but with me, you never know. Also, if you haven't seen last week's extra video and you want to get in on my December challenge or next year's challenge that I mentioned in there, and I am asking for any input and suggestions about this future of my YouTube career, essentially, for the coming year, then please go watch that video and yeah, comment away. Hopefully I come to a decision with all of your help. And yeah, so let's just dive right in with the manga that I have hope that this one will be completed. It hasn't been like on hiatus for that long. It just feels like forever. And that is the impossibly adorable Mama Akuma. I picked this one up on a whim and fell immediately in love. Talking about last Monday's video, this is another super comforting, cozy kind of read. It's all about this girl who has lost her mother, and so she ends up summoning a demon to be her quote-unquote mom for her. So this mighty and powerful demon is now doing motherly, housewifey chores and roles, and it's just cute and funny and very slice of life, but with that very interesting fantasy twist that I just can't get enough of. And all the characters are just really funny and likable and endearing. And yeah, I've been waiting on volume 3 for what feels like forever. When I looked it up on the internet, it told me that volume 2 only came out in February 2022. So I guess it hasn't been that long, but we're still nearing on 3 years now that I haven't seen a pre-order or anything, any mention whatsoever of volume 3. And it gets a bit disheartening. It's like, I want to see more of these adorable characters and want to see what happens with this very, very unusual situation and family dynamic. But yeah, after some Googling, I didn't find out any new information. I couldn't find out if it's just on hiatus, if they just have a slower release schedule. I couldn't even find out if volume 3 has been released in Japan. I didn't see anything concrete, but what gives me hope is I also didn't see anything concrete saying it was canceled. So there's always hope that we will get more to this story. Even if volume 3 is the final volume, I would be satisfied with that. I don't think this needs to drag on. It can if it wants, but it could also just wrap things up in a nice, sweet, way in 3 volumes. I could totally see that happening. But yeah, I mean, I think it's really worth your time if you want just a softer, more family focused slice of life series, and maybe we will get the ending, fingers crossed. Next up, again, we're going like most likely to be completed at some point to least likely, and next up I have good hope. I have a good hope because it has a fandom and it's been going strong, although very, very slowly, for a long while now. that I do hope that we get an ending to this one too. And that is D.Gray-man. I stinking love D.Gray-man. It's everything that I want in a shonen. It's got good battles, really good characters, really likable characters, a plot that ups the ante as it goes on, starts very oh, kill the demon of the week type situation, you know, try to protect the humans from these Akuma, which are, you know, kind of basically demons, but you know. And then, you know, we get more and more information, which leads to more and more mysteries, and it just, the plot thickens as we go on. But yeah, it's basically just about Alan here, who is our protagonist. He's very likable shonen protagonist in my opinion. He's not too OP, but he's very strong. He's not a crybaby, but he, you know, shows emotions, shows weakness. Just that perfect balance of a very solid shonen protagonist, in my opinion anyway. Everybody has their preferences, but yeah, he's personally one of my favorites, and it doesn't hurt that all the other characters are as equally enjoyable and likable as him, basically. And yeah, he is a exorcist, which uses a anti-Akuma weapon to kill the Akuma. But not only can he destroy Akuma with his anti-Akuma weapon that's like embedded in his hand, which is unusual. He also, another unusual trait is that he can see the Akuma hiding in a person's soul, which isn't what typical exorcists can see. So yeah, he ends up joining the Black Order, which, you know, strive to kill the Akuma and protect the people. And yeah, like I said, sounds very basic in the beginning, but it definitely gets more intriguing and ups the ante as it goes on. And unfortunately though, this one has just been so slow, just slowly trucking along since May of 2004. 20 effing years. Why is it taking so long? But it just feels like it very slowly, you know, kept getting printed and published in different magazines. You know, it would change hands and stuff. But I am baffled, especially because there's only like 28 volumes out right now. So it's not like this is a horrendously long series like One Piece, and that's why it's taking so long with no end in sight. No, it's really slow. Like you could get caught up to this series in a long weekend. I mean, however, again, like I said, it is still trucking along. So it doesn't mean necessarily that we will not get an ending to this series. We just got a new volume last year before. All the years blend together as you get older. It's sad. But relatively recently, we just got another new volume. So it's not like I haven't seen anything D.Gray-man in years and years. Anyway, it's really such a good shonen. Like if you're looking for a new shonen, a new to you shonen, and you don't mind possibly waiting, you know, agonizingly long times between volumes, because I don't know how I would have felt if I had started this in 2004, because I only just randomly was talking to somebody on Instagram, like around 2020, I'd say. And I was like, you know what? I'll go see. Maybe there's an eBay lot. It's not something, you know, I always like finding a new good shonen. And there was an eBay lot for like a steal of a deal. It's like really good deal. So I'm like, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna pick it up. And it was really good. Like it just really sucked me into the world. Like I said, the story gets deeper and more layered as you go on. And the action slaps. Like, yeah, I don't know. I got nothing but good things to say about this one, except for who knows when it'll end. But still, you should pick it up, support the mangaka, give them a push maybe to hurry it up. I mean, I don't want them to rush the ending though, by any means. Like, take your time, but like sometime soon, I hope. Next up, one that, yeah, I don't know about this one. We're starting to lose hope on the last two ones for sure. But another action-packed great series, Saiyuki. I literally need Kodansha to at least publish Saiyuki Reload, which is the continuation of Saiyuki. Because even though we got 4 beautiful omnibuses reprinting the, you know, first part of this series, it's not at all complete. It's so very incomplete. I don't know because I haven't read Saiyuki Reload, so I don't know if that gives a more completing feeling to at least this arc that has begun in Saiyuki. But I hope, at least, and at the bare minimum, at least I'll get more of my favorite characters. These guys are so great. Love him, he's okay. Love him, obsessed. I mean, but 1 out of 4 of the main characters just being okay, not annoying, not anything I, you know, can't handle or don't enjoy. That's pretty good odds for me. I mean, I'm pretty, I don't know, judgy when it comes to my characters. But I mean, 3 of them, I stan. They're heartthrobs. They have my heart, and I love them. And I want more of them. However, upon researching, it's not just Kodansha's fault. We can't blame it all on Kodansha, though they could give me Saiyuki Reload. They could. They could easily do that because that is complete. However, that is not where it ends, because there is another series called Saiyuki Reload Blast, which is, as of right now, unfinished. On hiatus. If editing me is up to the task, I'll put in some dates, some info, extra info for you. There's also a prequel series that was started called Saiyuki Gaiden, and this completes at 4 volumes. However, there's another series after that called Saiyuki Ibun, and that is also on hiatus and has been for a while. I'm gonna go with the fact that since it seems like a relatively popular series and it got so many sequels and branch offs and iterations, that the mangaka is possibly struggling from some health issues, as sadly is a common occurrence in Japan with mangakas and the pressure that they are put under to produce the manga. So I do feel very bad for coming on here and harping on them, but come on, I need more of them. They're so it's so good, it's so compelling. All these characters are like in that sweet morally gray spot, and they're just very like almost heroic, and yet so debaucherous and so twisted. And I just love that dichotomy, because it gives me Gintama vibes, except for not as much comedy. Like it balances the comedy and the dark a lot more in this one than especially early Gintama. But just the feeling that these characters are heroic, they are doing what's right for the most part. But they also will do things their own damn way, and they just do not give a shit about, I guess, appearing to be good guys. Like they just are genuinely themselves, which it's charming. It's not that cookie cutter hero. It's giving complicated multi-dimensional characters with pasts and traumas and personality traits that aren't all peachy keen. I super love this one. However, I acknowledge I don't know what's happening. I mean, this one was published, like, it had to be around 2019 we got the last volume. So it's not like ridiculously long, but you'd think that by now we would have gotten some news of Kodansha printing Saiyuki Reload. I don't know if they got the rights to only Saiyuki or what, because that part I never like look into, because I don't know how people even find out about that information. People are really good deep diving private investigators on the internet. But yeah, I mean, all that to say, I really think you should pick this one up. It's got great action, likable, hilarious, bonkers characters, and all together it's just really captivating story to me, and I just want to see how it ends. I just want to see how it plays out. I just want to see at least a conclusion to this, you know, this first plot, this first arc, and then maybe we'll see from there. But I don't know. I don't know what we're getting here in America. But I can't help it. I am so invested, and I just want more. And I don't care that I've already talked about it, because you should just go read Saiyuki. You should go support it, and then maybe we'll get Saiyuki Reload. It's all on you. and Kodansha. And last, I will scream to the end of the earth that you need to read Nana. Will it destroy you? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes. You will love being destroyed, I promise. So, I gotta be honest with you, I don't think we're ever getting a conclusion to this one. And it makes it even more of a heartbreaking series because of that, because not only is the subject matter in this one, you know, sometimes dark and bleak and intense, just knowing that we end without really getting any closure for any characters is hard to grapple with. But yeah, it is sadly been on hiatus since 2009 because of Aizawa's health issues. I do know that she was, you know, struggling through health issues. That was an official statement that was put out, and is the reason. People have speculated. I have seen things like speculations on like what these are, or if it's possibly some kid that she had and eventually she will come back and write, because I don't know. I don't really listen. And that's also why I don't deep dive, because I don't like the gossip train. It's like, toxic gossip train. Oh God. Anywho, I do not like speculation on serious personal matters. It's like, if she says it's health reasons, it's health reasons in my mind, and I just hope that she can continue living her life in a way that is fulfilling to her. That being said, it crushes my soul that I don't get a finale, a conclusion to Nana. I will always tell people that they need to read this manga. It is such a powerful look at just people. I really, like, again, it's not like Mama Akuma, except for it's not light and fluffy and wholesome. It has its moments, but overall, no. But like that one, it's just so good at portraying characters, their relationships, their personalities, and just overall feeling so realistic. Like, I could know this person. Like, this person could be a friend of mine. It's a very, very amazing talent, I think, to be able to create people that feel like they are plucked from reality and put into the pages of fictitious work like this. I'm impressed. And just all these interpersonal struggles that they go through, it all feels very real. And the plot, the summary is very simplistic. It's two girls. They happen to meet on a train. They happen to both share the name Nana and end up re-meeting each other in Tokyo when they're looking for apartments. They both fall in love with this apartment, but the apartment is a little bit out of their price ranges. So they strike up a deal. Hey, let's live here together. And thus begins the two Nanas and their friendship, their sisterly kind of bond, although you could look at it a little differently than sisterly, all up to your interpretation. But they're very close bond as they live together, room together, and the melding of their two, friends and personal lives, and just their day-to-day experiences, really. I should differentiate. One of the Nanas is mostly referred to as Hachi throughout. She's very puppy-like. She's joked about being like similar to like a puppy, so she gets the nickname Hachi. And Hachi is just a very I don't want to say typical young girl, but I mean, even I was very much interested in finding love and being in a relationship. And that is Hachi's main motivation for moving to Tokyo, is to be closer to her boyfriend. Needless to say, her boyfriend is scum of the earth, and she just really has no luck with men, let's just put it that way. But it is not completely unrealistic, the experiences she has and the reasons that, she tries so hard to find this person, this sense of completion and purpose in her life through another person. Whereas Nana, the other Nana of the Nanas, which tends to be referred to as actually Nana, has dreams of becoming a lead musician of a band and making it big in Tokyo. Instead of housewife and mother, wants to be a musician and artist and famous. So we have two very different things, which of course I relate more to the Nana now. I kind of gave up on people and now I just want, I don't want fame per se, but I want to be able to make a living from creative and my personal endeavors like YouTube or my writing or, you know, whatever creative things that I try to capitalize on in my life, and that takes center stage for me. That is my ambition and my goal. However, Nana isn't without her romantic interest as well, which might not be a small factor of her also wanting to move to Tokyo, was that he had moved to Tokyo. But you know, yeah, just be prepared that there's a lot of human drama. There's a lot of sad tragedy and trauma sprinkled throughout, and that all together it is unfinished, sadly. And like I said, with this one, I have very little hope. Will I be over the moon if we do get a conclusion to Nana? Yes. And then I will be back on here telling you how I felt about it. But as of now, I think it's the most unlikely one. So that's why I put it at the bottom of the list, at the end of the list, if you will. But it is an amazing 21 volume unfinished series. And if you look at it as a human drama, a peek into the lives of these individuals, there doesn't really need to be an end. There really doesn't. Like, they went on, their lives went on. We just got to see a small portion of it. So in that way, it feels less incomplete than some of them. However, because Aizawa, I think for me personally, started doing a bit of a time jumping, like present and then future and then bip, bip, bop, boop, it feels more like she was leading to something and building to something. But again, we're just peeking into these fictitious people's lives at the end of the day, and I think it's a great one. I am still not emotionally ready to reread Nana, even though I did just recently, last year, complete all the volumes. I had already completed the series online, but I slowly was, buying the volumes, and my friend was helping me to finish the series. But yeah, so I still don't feel mentally and emotionally ready for that. But I'm getting closer. I feel like I'm getting closer to delving back into Nana and revisiting this tragically beautiful masterpiece of a shoujo series. I don't even think it's shoujo. I'd say it's more josei, but it is printed on the shoujo beat. Just note there is more explicit or more mature, I guess, topics handled in this series. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, I guess I would just say then a masterpiece of a romance series and leave it at that. But yeah, that concludes the 4 manga that have no ending in sight, but I think you should pick them up anyway. I do really hope that you will share with me down below what unfinished manga, whether they're incomplete or on hiatus. For this particular video, I chose ones that are more classified as on hiatus than ones that were canceled. But yeah, just any that like are unfinished or whatever that you love anyway, whether it has a conclusion or not. And yeah, we are officially entering into the month of December, and so I will see you back here hopefully Monday for my November haul video to kick off the last month of the year. Yeah. We're already there, folks. But yeah, hope to see you then. I haven't said it in a while. Please subscribe. I really would love to get to 1,500 subs. I don't know if that's possible at the moment, but any of you who haven't subscribed, please, it would mean so much to me. And if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button. I'll see you next time. Bye!